NFL 23 on EA Sports. And today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals on EA Sports.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you into Paycor Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me as always, Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the...
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Burrow looking to pass. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That sun's going to be a factor all game long. I'm not sure it made a difference on that one, but it's something to think about on all deep throws during this time of year.
A solid stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Burrow will throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. This is Mixon on the draw, and he'll get this one down to about the 17. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. They're passing here. Joe Burrow trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 16. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. On second down, a run with Patterson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out, for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
Another try for Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. And plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They had to fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, going back to Patterson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll drop the throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. Back deep, Trent Taylor. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bengals take over, 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Here we go. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Burrow. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Falcons grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
2nd and 3. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And here's Taylor on the return. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. At issue here, does the football make contact with the ground before he secured it? And I think some of these angles are going to give us a pretty good look.
Secured is the important part because the ball can touch the ground, but it can't be loose when it does. So that's what they're going to have to try and figure out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First and 10, it's Patterson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Gets this to Ferkser, the tight end. And the Falcons are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Ready up. They'll look to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Falcons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Darren Hall. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Koo now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And out now, here come the Bengals. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow escapes the sack. Forced out to his left. And I think the ball's out. And I think the offense got it back. They did. Inside the 10-yard line, they avoid disaster. We're going to discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to lay one up deep, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's got the tight end Ferkser right side complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Falcons. And they didn't...
Well, time is of the essence. We breezed through halftime, and we are ready for the second half.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they had a little bit more success on the ground than their opponents did. And that should set them up well for the second half to come.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Taylor now returning it. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. Shoves him aside. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Again, it's Mixon. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Mixing up the middle. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. On 3rd down, Burrow on the move to his left. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down. Inside handoff to Mixon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. A draw play for Mixon. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Complete to Zacchaeus. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And some space here. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Uses the stiff arm. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Burrow on play action. He will find his man Chase complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 34. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll give it to Mixon. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Mixon again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Well, he decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And a short one pulled in by... Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TD. They're part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for six. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Buying, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. He'll look to throw. This one left side caught by Patterson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The Falcons on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Steps away to his left. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Mixon with a first down carry. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Chase now on the jet sweep. Fights through it. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now it's Mixon running right, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 3rd and goal. Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
It's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made, and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll look to throw again. And caught by London. And some room to work. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On second down, here's Mixon. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour. And something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one.